Good morning, friends. Welcome to this morning telecast. And this is a very special day for us because we are in the process of convening a very widespread celebration of Swachhata Pakwada. As we all know, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan was one of the flagship programs of the government of India. And I can say with a great deal of certainty that no other program has captured the imagination of the general public of the country as the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Over the years, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan has become the real face of India, and the world has commented a great deal on the successes of this particular program. Every year, in this duration, it is our proud privilege to celebrate the spirit of spirit of Swachhata through the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan and its Pakwada. Pakwada, as we all know, means a fortnight, and in the fortnight associated with Swachhata Abhiyan, we celebrate the spirit of Swachhata in the way that a number of programs, both online and offline, are convened at various institutions. Ignore Regional Center Vadagara is no different because we have over the years convened a number of programs aimed at creating awareness among the general public with regard to cleanliness and its importance in daily life. Today is a very auspicious and important day for us because we have a very eminent practitioner of Swachhata with us, and he is none other than the very proficient Josi Joseph. I don't know how to describe him because he's a person who is multifaceted in every way. He's a person who wears several hats. And in fact, if we go through the accomplishments of Sir, in fact, it will take a day or two to complete those accomplishments in verbal mode. However, in short, I would like to say that our eminent guest today, Sri Josi Joseph, is a very accomplished journalist. He's a counseling psychologist. He's a motivational speaker. And not to be left behind, he's also a lecturer in a number of institutions as well. It is a proud privilege and indeed an honor to host Sir on this very auspicious occasion. Sir, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And it is our proud privilege that Sir has taken time out of his very busy schedule to, in fact, come take our request in its right earnest and join us for this morning broadcast. And we are indeed indebted for the presence of this very eminent personality among us. To set things in motion for this particular program, we'll start the program with our Kulgeet, which sets in tone all official activities of the university.
Good morning, all.
Sir, we will first have Kulgeet. After that, we will begin.
Right. Okay. Fine.
ये जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय ये जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय सरल सुगम शिक्षा का आलय जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय ज्योत जलाए ज्ञान की स्वाध्याय की अनुसंधान की राह दिखाए वंचितों को शिक्षा के अधिकार की ना उम्र का कोई बंधन ना बंदिश परिधि की घर घर है बना शिक्षा का देवालय ये जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय जन जन का मान है सम्मान है पहचान है जन जन का मान सम्मान पहचान है राष्ट्र का आह्वान है वरदान है अभिमान है राष्ट्र का आह्वान वरदान अभिमान है सर्व सुलभ सर्वोत्तम शिक्षा का है देश विदेश पटल पर भूषित नवाचार से सज्जित गुणवत्ता से परिपूरित ज्ञान वाणी ज्ञान दर्शन ज्ञान कोश से संचित ज्ञान कोश से संचित सर्वगुण संपन्न शिक्षा का हिमालय यह जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय जन जन का विश्वविद्यालय.
After the Kulgit of the university, may I now request our Assistant Regional Director, Madam, Dr. Pramila O, to introduce our esteemed guest to our audience.
Thank you, sir. Respected Regional Director, Dr. M. Rajesh, our esteemed guest, Mr. Josi Joseph, and the coordinators of our study center, and dear students, very good morning to one and all. I am very happy to be participate in this program connected with the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, and also to introduce the eminent personality, Mr. Josi Joseph, who is basically a well-known journalist and proved his efficiency and excellency in other domains also, such as counseling psychologist, writer, and motivational speaker. He has taken his post-graduation in political science and also in counseling psychology, and his postgraduate diploma in journalism. He had worked as a member of editorial team Deepika for 21 years, and then as news editor at Kozhikode. He had also worked as the senior sub-editor for Kerala Kaumudi for 5 years and as special correspondent for the exclusive daily for 1 year, editor in charge for Kerala Tribune for 6 months, editor Jai Kisan Media for 1 year. His contribution in the field of creative writing is also remarkable. He has published a number of novels and short stories. Some of them are Udappinte Logam short stories, The Market novel, Dreamer another novel, Prativachana Sankirtanam novel editor, Blue Whale stories. He was also honored by a number of awards. First one, the Statesman National Award for Rural Reporting. Second one, Junior Chamber Award for Excellence, and other one, Khairali Agam Award for short stories. He has also done some remarkable research. First one is female infanticide in Tamil Nadu, atrocities in mental assailants at Erwadi, Tamil Nadu, study of food alteration. Beyond this, I would like to share about his special achievement. He is one of the 2 Malayali journalists who went to Sathyamangalam forest to report about Veerappan, and we all wish that he will share some of his experience while his visit to Sathyamangalam forest along with his speech about Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, I think. Sir, I welcome you, sir, and over back to our regional director, Dr. M. Rajesh. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for that very nice introduction, which is so well deserved by our honored guest. Sir, without any further delay, may welcome you, sir, to deliver the keynote address to this program. And once again, let me emphasize that it is our proud honor to host you on this platform. Over to you, sir.
Dear all, good morning, and thank you for joining me this morning. I thank Dr. M. Rajesh, Director, IGNOU Vadagara Regional Center, for inviting me for the talk. Also, I am very thankful to Pramila Madam, Dr. Pramila, for introducing me. Mahatma Gandhi, father of our nation, said, sanitation is more important than independence. I repeat, sanitation is more important than independence. Sanitation is important. We know how zealous he was standing for the independence of India. Yet he said, and the important one is not Swaraj, but cleaning, sanitation. It indicates how important is cleanliness for a person and a nation. And he said, India would truly be free when freedom reaches the door of the poorest in the villages of the country. Yes, we have been marching since October 2nd, 2014 in and around the cities and villages of India under the leadership of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi with the slogan of Swachh Abhiyan, a slogan for clean India. If logic is right, it is a campaign leading us to the real freedom, leading to the full potential. The words of Jawaharlal Nehru is very relevant in this context. He said, the day every one of us gets a toilet to use, I shall know that our country has reached the pinnacle of progress. The day every one of us gets a toilet to use, I shall know that our country has reached the pinnacle of progress. He says, a toilet to use is a sign of progress. It is correct. Cleanliness all over the world have been the sign of prosperity and development. The developed countries keep their villages and cities clean as a symbol of their development. We have well-planned and effective sanitation systems in ancient India. Remnants of toilets and other proofs for this are being found in the historical sites. But during our colonial rule, public health had and sanitation were ignored, though the population was manageable in numbers. Rural sanitation, water supply were issues never taken up. Maybe they knew that the providing proper sanitation facilities would fasten the freedom process. Even otherwise, we know that the well-being of India was not their concern. Anyway, in 1859, the British Royal Commission reported the high mortality rate of 69 out of 1,000 troops due to diarrhea. Though a commission for public health was established immediately in each presidency, only minimal was the government intervention in this regard. Having all these in mind, our leaders had the dream of deep-rooted clean India vision even before independence. After getting independence, there have been different sanitation programs implemented in India, including 5-year plans by central government each resulting in distinguishable success and failures. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan campaign is the latest and biggest of its kind in the world. The campaign is called as Beyond Politics and inspired by patriotism. Maybe it is because of this inspiration from patriotism that this is praised as overall grand success. The National Annual Rural Sanitation Survey 2018-19, conducted by the independent verification agency under the World Bank support project to the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan Gramin, has found that 96.5% of the households in rural India who have access to the toilet to use. The National Annual Rural Sanitation Survey confirmed the open defecation free status of 90.7% of villages, which were previously declared verified as ODF by various districts and states. A recent WHO study reports that Swachh Bharat would have led to the saving of 3 lakh lives by 2019, and around 1,50,000 lives would be saved annually. In a report titled The Financial and Economic Impact of Swachh Bharat Mission India 2017, UNICEF estimated that a household in an ODF village in rural India saves rupees 50,000 every year. The surveys also show open defecation continues even in areas that the government has declared open defecation free. The fight for clean India has been considered as the only one in the history of India in regard to success rating, which means the result of our hard efforts are nothing but that lead us, as said before, to freedom. Now, psychological studies have proved that in a litter-free, sanitized, clean environment, the mind is free, happy, and balanced. Our environment, both a home and work, plays a critically fundamental role in our physical and mental health, as well as our overall well-being. Study by National Sleep Foundation of America has proved that in a clean environment, one can have sound sleep compared to messed up room. A clean environment is a facilitator of good health and well-being of all time and all kinds. A 2010 study by researchers at the University of California used softwares to analyze how 30 cohabiting couples talked about their homes. Those describing their life spaces as cluttered or complained of unfinished projects were more likely to be suffering from depression and fatigue than those who described their homes as restful and restorative. It was also found that those living in cluttered environments displayed higher levels of cortisol, a hormone that's released to a person's blood from their adrenal gland, often in response to stress. In a study 2011, researchers at the Princeton University conducted that the cluttered environment makes it more difficult to focus on a specific task due to a person's visual cortex being overwhelmed by all the task irrelevant objects in the room. A 2014 study published in the journal Mindfulness found that participants who took part in mindfully washing the dishes reported a 27% reduction in nervousness, along with a 25% improvement in mental inspiration. Mindfully washing the dishes means to do so contemplatively by inhaling the scent of the dishwashing liquid and enjoying the sensation of warm water on their hands. The problem is so significant that the UN made equitable sanitation and hygiene for all by 2030 one of its sustainable development goals. There are a lot more studies that have connected clean environments to a healthy and happy life. So creating a clean environment is a task that must be accomplished at all costs and all means. Sanitized and tidy environment gives us infections-free life, increased self-confidence, higher productivity, good relations, and a lot more benefits. To describe all the said above, infections go hand in hand with germs, but if our environment is clean, washed, disinfected, and sanitized, we are sure of an infection-free living. When the environment is clean, we are happy, and as said above, it positively affects our mood, and it automatically boosts our self-confidence, and we feel it. This means we will always be in the right frame of mind without depression and anxiety. The calm mental status sprouting from a clean surroundings arouse our creativity and positively affect our productivity. A clean environment makes it difficult for people to just leave things lying about or drop litters. It not only influences one person alone, it is a chain connected to positive moods and creative results. We talk about clean environment, cleanliness, and internal cleanliness, and the tremendous benefits it provides, the freedom it gives to reach to the full potential as a person and as a country, a nation. It is to be noticed that the more we are clean, the more we are free. We are free to think and act. When an act comes from the free mind, naturally it is free of bonds and has the potential to reach where it is meant to reach. If we are clean, if we are free, we are godly people. Because it is said that cleanliness is next to godliness. The Holy Bible says the truth will make you free. The truth will make you free. When we are free, we are clean, Nothing that harms others would come from us. Less social evil would exist. No war, no poverty, and there is less chance for man-made sufferings. And in such a situation of cleanliness and freedom in India, we would make the country to speed up reaching the full potential. Once if we are there, it takes no time to make the drastic changes. To facilitate our mental well-being, cleaning of freedom, we need to know that what is best for us or what will make us free. It is said before, as I mentioned in the Bible, the truth will make you free. It is possible only by proper guidance and right education. I repeat, it is possible only by proper guidance and the right education. In ancient times, India had the Gurukula system of education. Anyone who wished to study go to the teacher's house and request to be taught. If accepted, he stays at the Guru's place and help in all activities at home. The great visionaries of that times were the products of Gurukula, trained out as free as Guru, as clean as the Guru. Now the question is that as students, as youth, as parents, who will provide with the technique or the wisdom to clean us up, to be free to reach the full potential? Teachers are looked up on for this, but the truth is that the one with a clean vision can only lead. The one with the clean vision can only lead. Now, it is time to think about our emotional educational system. Though the new educational policy gives glimpses of hope, it is sad that we fail to give an immediate attention to address the most important issue, the formation of the gurus, the teachers who has to help us to clean us, who has to lead to the real freedom, who helps us to lead to real freedom. And we can think of the quality each teacher should have. We have to think very seriously about this. It is very optimistic and give hope that the National Education Policy 2020 recommends drafting a national curriculum framework for teacher education. Yes, it is very hopeful. Also, the introduction of the National Education Policy states the teacher must be at the center of the fundamental reforms in the education system. The most important line I like in the education policy is this: the teacher must be the center of the fundamental reforms in the educational system. The new education policy must help re-establish teachers at all levels as the most respected and essential members of our society, because they truly shape our next generation of citizens. I'm very happy that there have been a lot of visionaries behind forming this policy. A big salute to them. A big salute, because they have realized the importance of teachers in shaping a nation, in shaping a better world. The new education policy must help recruit the very best and brightest to enter the teaching profession at all levels. It's something very great. By ensuring livelihood, respect, dignity, and autonomy, while also instilling the system basic methods of quality control and accountability. And accountability, which we like most of the times. Also, it affirms teacher recruitment will be purely based on integrated teacher education program. I would say it is not only necessary that teacher selection must be a big process. Yes, of course, it takes if you want to pick out the best. But we have to make sure that each teacher is able, wise to lead, to guide. They are clear, they are clean inside, they have got a clean mind, clean vision. And only those group of people can lead the country to a better level. Though it is clear in the policy that the government is determined to bring drastic changes in the education system of India, especially regard to teacher education, what we need is immediate actions. Immediate actions. Waiting a day would cost a lot. Waiting a day would cost a lot. I stop by reiterating that the good teachers are the future of India, and hope the government is in action in shaping the real visionaries of visionaries who are capable of creating a better India. Let us start cleaning up our body, mind, environment more intensively to create a better world of peace, happiness, and prosperity. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for that excellent presentation. A well thought of presentation. The layout of the presentation was so impressive that it covered the most important aspects of Swachhata in its real sense. And the way you combined practical aspects in the field with policy initiatives, especially that of the new education policy, was very impressive. In fact, we could all get a new perspective about the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan and the importance of having cleanliness in our day-to-day life from your visionary talk. Not only that, I should also emphasize that you are point blank right in stating that the teachers have a major role in playing, a major role of, in fact, changing the mindset of all people around us, because they form the character in schools, colleges, and various other educational institutions. And over a period of time, the bedrock of their teachings actually result in cleanliness spreading all around our society. Your talk was indeed very, very impressive, sir, and we have all gained a lot through your wonderful presentation. Now, coming back to the point where Madam Pramila left, our audience would also be interested in knowing your experience with Mr. Veerappan, the Forest Brigade. If you could kindly shed light on your experience of that visit, we would all be very grateful, sir.
I think it was in 96 that I first went to the forest. I was alone with a small bag and a camera. And the first, when I asked for the permission, my superiors did not allow, because they said, you are finished when you go there. There's no chance of coming back. So we are afraid. And if you inform your parents, definitely they would not allow you to go. And I did not inform them. And I said, I will manage by myself. So I would like to go. I compelled them. And they said, okay, you can go if you are that much particular about it. And be sure that you are coming back in 4 days, because we are in short of people here, editors here. So I had a small bag and a camera, and not like today, and no digital camera. We need to fill up, with the films, and it was very expensive. Means that time also it was very expensive, and we cannot, training people cannot think about that. And I did. And I don't know what aspect you want to know about. Anyway, my experience in 5 minutes, maybe, is it too much now?
No. Please go ahead, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay. Then first, since we did not have any chart or the location like today. Today we have in mobile everything, but that time we did not have. So I went to the library, took a map from a magazine, and I took the negative of that from the from our studio. Means that time we had studio, not like today's. So with the negative, I was able to go to the place. First, I went to Kolaigal, the area where we had the line, the separation line. So Kolaigal, what I experienced was, I went to the forest checkpost. I go down there, and the forest checkpost was there. I went there, and one guy was there, a guard was there. Then I asked about, since I know Tamil, and he also fortunately knew Tamil, so it was very fortunate for me to talk to him. So I asked him about the stories of Veerappan, and immediately his response was, "Oh my God! Today I'm going to the court for being a part in the sandalwood smuggling case." So, and it was very interesting that the STF, Special Task Force, was the culprit there. They were carrying, they were caught carrying full load of sandalwood in their STF van, and they were caught. And this guard was there, and he showed me the FIR of it, and which was, of course, it was written in Telugu, Kannada. So I could not make out anything from that. Anyway, I got a copy of it with a very difficult way. Means I gave him some money, and then I asked him a copy. Then he did not allow me, but he told me, if you go to the forest office nearby, maybe there's a chance for that. And I went there, and using a lot of techniques, they were not ready to give me first. Then using a lot of techniques, I got a copy of it. And the next day, it was a big story in Deepika Daily, and it was very shocking. And the other experience, it was, and as I said, when 3 days passed, and fourth day, I went to the forest, directly to the forest with the help of the locals, and they promised me they would take me to the Veerappan next day, and I was very happy. Anyway, I knew that Veerappan is not so great, but he's not a seducer. He's gentle to the people, approaches with having confidence in him. So I was very confident that he was gentle and he would not do anything. He would not harm me. So I was waiting for the next day, and that time a call came. You have to come back immediately. From the office, it was, of course. So I had to go back. That was first experience. And the next experience, and I came back. Okay, that's all. And the 4 times I went. The next experience was once I was at Kannur office one day, and my resident editor, our George Kaliveli, you know George, who is our bureau chief and our executive editor there in Delhi, and he was our resident editor here in Kannur, and he called me by phone and asked me to reach immediately to the office. I went there, and he gave me a cassette, which was given by Nakiran editor. You know Nakiran. So Nakiran editor came there for some, I think, Ayurveda treatment or something. So, and fortunately, our representatives went there to meet him. He came to know that that person was there. So he presented him with a cassette and said, "It is brand new, sent by Veerappan. No one knows about it." And it was given to me and told me, make a story tomorrow by hearing it. And he also gave me with a tape recorder. And I went to the library, made a fantastic story. And there were also some photos, brand new photos. No other papers published those photos. So it was very fantastic experience. Means and a lot more. I did a full page of Sunday. Then a lot more stories I did about Veerappan. That was the best experience. And next one, I went to for a discussion. 2000 I went for a discussion in Doordarshan. At that time, there were only Doordarshan and Asianet. And it was, I got wide publicity at that time. I'm very surprised. One day full I spent there through Kodapanakunna station, and there was only one more the journalist called V.K. Soman of Manorama, and we only both into Satyamangalam that time. And when dignitaries in the police force and other areas, forest district forest officers and crime branch head, like that, people of all VIPs all. So it was a very nice experience. Full day I spent there. Lot. Then radio people came to me FM for an interview. Like that, lot of experience with Veerappan, and I don't know how to say about it. And people know about it. Most of my friends know about it, and I don't know. And thank you, madam, that I could again share the experience here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your experience. And definitely, this is one area where all our viewers will have a great deal of interest, because all aspects related to Veerappan even now are shrouded in a great deal of mystery.
Yeah.
So, yours having a first-hand experience with the Forest Brigade definitely helps us understand the perspectives in a much better manner. So we have been live for more than 45 minutes. And I know you are a very busy person with a lot of activities at your office. And once again, let me express my sincere thanks and regards to you for having spent your valuable time this morning to speak about Swachhata, and also to speak about your experiences with Veerappan. Which must have been definitely one of the highlights of your media career.
Sure.
In fact, we are all highly indebted to you for sharing all these snippets to us. And we hope we can join you again very soon for another edition where we can talk about various other aspects as well. On behalf of IGNOR Regional Center Vadagara, and also on behalf of all the viewers who have joined in this program in the morning, we express our sincere thanks in regards to you. And as earlier stated by me, let us join again for a future session at short notice. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Vandana.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.